Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. There are hints that Joan Vassos from the Golden Bachelorette will relocate to Wichita, Kansas, for Chock Chapple, but I'm not sure whether it's the greatest decision for them. Joan was the first Golden Bachelorette lead at the age of 61. She appeared on season 1 of The Golden Bachelor as one of 22 women fighting for star Jerry Turner's heart. Joan departed the competition early due to a family emergency with her daughter, but she left an impression on producers and spectators, who were excited to see her take on the next golden role. Chock, 61, was Joan's frontrunner throughout The Golden Bachelorette season 1, and after she gave him her final rose, he proposed. Joan and Chock were able to speak up about their relationship after becoming engaged, and they've done a number of interviews and appearances since then. Chock was chastised by Golden Bachelorette fans and cast members for his continuous pursuit of Joan, with third-place finisher Pascal Ibgui even labeling him a stalker. Despite the negative aspects of Chock, Peter and Joan have created something beautiful, but I understand it comes at a cost. Joan and Chock have a very ambitious relationship, and that is where my first indication regarding Joan's relocation comes from. Joan, from Rockville, Maryland, was continually protesting that her family was her top concern and that she wanted a partner who fit into her lifestyle. However, I've discovered that Chock, who is from Wichita, Kansas, does not meet that description. Joan and Chock will have to travel extensively in order to maintain their romance. Joan has either flown to Wichita to see Chock, Chock has flown to Maryland to spend time with Joan, or the two have met for vacations and franchise events. Joan and Chock's other goal in reducing their distance was to buy a home in New York City so they could have their own space. However, their aspirations to relocate to New York City have taken a backseat, and I believe they are no longer really considering it. I saw they were enthusiastic about dealing with a real estate agent and securing a place when they first mentioned the relocation idea, but I don't see them working toward that goal now. I'm convinced that Joan and Chock will have to compromise on where they spend the majority of their time together. I've noticed that Kansas is winning the battle as more evidence emerges. I'm gradually coming to believe that Joan will make the sacrifice. They both have families, solid roots, and a passion for their hometowns, but I believe Chock's Wichita home base takes the top spot. I noticed them both being enthusiastic about sharing their time with their loved ones, but I don't think it's feasible, and they need to make a decision to keep their engagement happy. In addition to having to choose a place to reside in order to ease their relationship pressure, Chock has become a Wichita influencer, which leads me to anticipate Joan will go to Wichita for him. Joan and Chock recently visited a clothes store in Wichita, where Chock was treated like a celebrity. Not only did it appear to be a major event to me, but I also noticed that the shopping trip provided Chock with an opportunity to promote a local business that he supports. Chock appears to like his local popularity and bringing attention to Kansas-based enterprises, so he may not wish to expand his promoter lifestyle overseas, as Joan has. They both need to make a living, and if Chock is more successful in Wichita, things may work out better. Joan traveled to Kansas to see Chock for hometown dates on The Golden Bachelorette, and she has returned several times since. She went to family functions with Chock and spent time touring the city on his arm. Joan appears to be at ease in Chock's state and city, judging by her upbeat Instagram stories and Wichita postings. I believe Joan has decided on Wichita as their permanent domicile, and I believe Chock has done an excellent job of demonstrating the greatest aspects of the area. It's unclear at this time how Joan feels about being so far away from her family, but I'm confident that her love for Chock will make her jump through hoops, even if it means planting roots away from home. Given that Joan has already traveled substantially away from her family, which she claimed she did not want to do, I believe her priorities are shifting. I don't view it as a terrible thing because she and Chock are finding their footing, even if it's in an unexpected place for Joan. The third reason that I believe explains why Joan would relocate to Kansas is that Wichita is more centrally located. Joan, who lives on the East Coast, must travel up to 7 hours to reach California, but Kansas is centrally located. Since Joan and Chock travel a lot as the Golden Bachelorette couple and during their own relationship bonding trips, I believe Kansas makes more geographical sense. For the time being, Joan has not indicated whether she and Chock intend to relocate permanently to Wichita, but I believe that is the most realistic option. I also wonder whether Mel understands what he's signed up for. Being the Golden Bachelor isn't just about wearing suits and going on helicopter dates. It's about opening up on camera, being emotionally vulnerable, and dealing with dozens of people's opinions about your love life. It's about giving hope to people who are divorced, widowed, or otherwise heartbroken. I'm not sure Mel, a man who's been relatively private and low profile despite a career in professional sports and law, is cut out for that kind of exposure. Compare him to Jerry. For all his flaws, Jerry gave us vulnerability. He cried. He hesitated. He told stories about his late wife that made America fall in love with him. Will Mel give us that? Or will he keep things surface level, guarded, and ultimately unfulfilling? There are also structural issues to consider. ABC still hasn't announced a release date for Season 2. The longer they wait, the more momentum they lose. The first season already lost credibility with Jerry and Teresa's divorce, and now they're asking viewers to reinvest in a brand new lead with no ties to the Bachelor family. That's a big ask. And let's talk about optics. Mel is a successful black man in his 60s, and in many ways, this casting feels like ABC trying to tick a diversity box. After years of criticism for their lack of inclusion, particularly in their senior-focused programming, it seems like Mel is meant to address that. I hope he's not being used as a token. I hope he finds someone who challenges him, matches him, and surprises him. But again, I doubt it. Why? Because the casting pool is likely to be the same age range as Jerry's season, women in their late 50s to early 70s. Unless ABC drastically lowers the age of the contestants to suit Mel's presumed preferences, I foresee an awkward mismatch. That would also undermine the point of the Golden franchise, celebrating love later in life, not middle-age fantasies of youth. So what's the best-case scenario? Mel clicks with someone who defies the odds, they build something slowly and authentically, and we all get proven wrong. Believe me, I would love that. I want the show to work. I want love stories to flourish, even on television. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.